Everything you know about depression is a lie. There's a reason you clicked on this video. It's because you don't believe the lie that's being told to you. But by using these 3 steps I'm going to go over with you in this video, I was able to fix my own life and beat my depression. But before I show you how to fix your depression, I want to show you first why you have it. The version of myself 3 years ago wouldn't even brush his teeth. He would skip multiple days without a shower, crusty and filthy, playing video games for 12 plus hours a day. My life was going in the wrong direction. Consumed by weed, drugs, and junk food, I used these vices to numb the pain of my depression, when in reality, it just made it worse, which I'm sure is the same for you. That version of myself couldn't even get the motivation to take a shower, let alone get out of bed. And I'm almost 100% positive that is what most of you experience. Depression is caused by your bad habits. The bad habits that make your future selves life worse. The bad habits of smoking weed, porn, junk food, alcohol, whatever it may be, everything in between is what's causing you to feel this pain. That past version of me was no different than you. I've felt the same emotions you're feeling right now. Your mind is trying to tell you that you have things that you need to do. Depression is caused by the lack of purpose and direction in your life. And I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to start implementing some steps into your life that's going to give you your purpose and begin your journey to feeling better, which is why I made step 1 the most important. And that's going to be setting up your habit tracker. The habit tracker is like a foundation of a house to keep it intact. The point of this is to track your progress on good habits to negate the bad ones that you're doing already. The biggest reason a lot of people fail on implementing new habits is because they try to do too much too early. The problem is you don't have the motivation or the discipline to go. That's why you have to start small and progressively improve on how much you can do. And when I say starting small, I mean the very basic habits that every single person should be doing on a daily basis. These habits are so crucial for building that foundation so we can actually start seeing progress. Let's start with the first habit that I can almost guarantee a lot of you don't do. Habit number 1, brush your fucking teeth. I know how dumb and stupid this may sound, but we have to start at the very basics to make sure that we're doing all of the things that can start improving your life. Even as little as brushing your teeth is so important each and every day because you are slowly and progressively building your discipline, even with just one small action. Something as little as brushing your teeth is going to set us up for success for our future habits. Habit number 2, take a shower every single day. This is just as important as brushing your teeth. After a fresh shower, once you clean, you can't help but just feel better. And because you feel better, you're giving yourself momentum to finish those other habits for the day, making it a lot easier. Basic hygiene is a must when it comes to improving your life. You cannot skip these whatsoever. Back when I was 12, 13, 14, I spent a lot of time playing video games every day. I mean, I genuinely had no life. I had no friends that I could talk to unless it was online. I was so addicted to this habit or this addiction that I simply did not brush my teeth or shower for years. Obviously, I did it here, shower a little bit here and there. Obviously, I wasn't completely homelessly dirty, but it took the vast amount of motivation and discipline it took just to take a shower was so draining because all I wanted to do was play a video game. My room was dirty. I had trash everywhere. I had leftover cups. I had all of these things, and it was all due to the video games and the depression that I was feeling. I'd wake up, and the first thing I would do was get on my video game. I had an Xbox at the time. That's the first thing I would do is get on my Xbox in the morning. I didn't brush my teeth. I didn't shower. I didn't clean up. I did nothing. The first thing I did was get on my video game. And it was so mentally draining when I look back on it because that's what my life was. It was video games, along with smoking weed and eating horrible food that's processed and full of fucking sugar. And these bad habits are what caused me to feel that depression. Looking back at it now, I realized that the huge mistake that I was making, because I used these vices to try to numb the depression that I was feeling. And in reality, it just made it worse. Brushing your teeth and taking a shower every day sounds so dumb, but there are many, many people out there who do not do this routinely. It is absolutely crucial that we take personal hygiene as important as we possibly can, because it is the first step to feeling better, which is the entire goal of this video, is feeling better. So these are the two habits that are by far the most important in my opinion. If you can't do these, you have other issues that you need to get fixed. Habit number 3, exercise. This does not mean you have to go for a run or go to the gym for 2 hours. It can be as simple as going on a walk, doing 5 push-ups, playing a sport for fun. The whole point is to make this as easy as possible. Just do any form of exercise. I don't care if you do just 1 push-up. Mark it on the habit tracker and celebrate the win. Exercise is what changed my life personally. After spending all this time in a depressive state for years, I eventually quit video games. I started working on myself, getting better, using this habit tracker that I'm telling you now. And the biggest thing that helped me was exercise. It's what changed my life. I was overweight, insecure, and I sure as hell couldn't talk to a girl. But because I exercised routinely and worked on myself and improving my body, my life has changed. I'm confident, secure in who I am. I can talk to girls. I look good, I feel good. And that's why exercise is so crucial and important for becoming the best version of yourself. But like I said, I do not care if you do 1 push-up. Consider it a win and mark it in your habit tracker. That's what's important to me, because we have to start small, smart with the basics. Habit number 4, meditate. This habit is also important as well. Meditation allows you to be present at any moment during any given time. Even just taking a mindful breath is considered meditation. I'll give an example here. Just doing this is considered meditation. I don't care if you do that 1 big deep breath or if you spend 3+ minutes doing a meditation exercise. You're going to notice benefits in your mental health even with the bare minimum effort. Meditation isn't supposed to be easy though. Doing 1 mindful breath sounds easy, but when you have life crumbling down and you're going through with different waves of emotion, it can be difficult just to do 1 minute. Your attention span is fucked. That 1 minute feels like 30 years when you're trying to meditate. Especially if you live a life of cheap dopamine like social media, YouTube, video games, junk food, whatever it may be. That 1 minute is going to feel like forever, which is why I want you to start with just 1 deep mindful breath. And you can do it now. I recommend doing it now. Just close your eyes and then take 1 big deep breath, pushing all that air into your stomach, and then let it out slowly. You just meditated. And I can almost guarantee you feel better after doing it, even just a little bit. Meditation has been one of the biggest factors to improve my mental health, even though I still fuck up. I don't do it every day. I've had periods of time where I don't do it at all. But the fact that you're aware of it and you keep trying to do it more and more is what matters and what counts the most. And habit number 5, reading is a powerful skill that gives you the feeling of making progress. By learning, not only are you doing something productive, but it gives you the opportunity to get out of your head and focus on something else. The same method applies here, just as the other habits. It doesn't matter if you read 1 chapter, 1 page, 1 paragraph, or 1 sentence. I want you to check mark that habit tracker, even if you just read 1 sentence, because it is still progress. I know you see all this content online. You gotta get 100% effort in, you gotta put all the work in. No bitch mentality. But if you are in a state of depression, you don't have the energy to be that way. So you have to start small. And I'm so passionate about this because I went through the same exact thing. I had to start small. So if you read 1 sentence of a book or 1 paragraph, check mark your habit tracker and celebrate the win. Be happy because you made progress. By starting small, you have a much easier time building the routine of doing these good habits. I have a book that I recommend for everybody watching this video. It's called The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I probably butchered that, but this book's going to give you some clarity on your life. It's a short book. You can read it in an hour or 2, but I don't care about you reading the full book just yet. I just want you to start. And this book's going to bring you some clarity to the mindset that you need to have when trying to fix your life. By now, you should understand the concept I'm trying to apply here. These tasks may seem mundane and boring when starting out, but by creating the habit tracker and following it daily, you're going to be showing genuine, true progress. It's important because our entire goal is to negate those bad habits by doing good ones instead. And by starting small, you have a much easier time getting into the routine of doing these than you would if you were to go balls to the wall. All you need is 2 weeks of progress. to change how you genuinely feel. And step 2 comes directly from step 1, showing you how you can make that genuine progress with your daily habit tracker. It is important that you pair this step with 1 and 3 to maximize the amount of gains that you get with this program that I'm showing you. When I first started using this 3-step process, I was shocked with the results that I had after 2 weeks. And I'm excited to share these with you because I know you're going to have those same results. And it's all because of this next step that I'm going to show you right now. Step 2, using progressive overload to make huge changes. Success is the sum of small efforts day in and day out. And that's a quote by Robert Collier. Each step towards your goal is progress. No matter the size or the speed of your steps matters when making progress. It is important to take small steps that compound and bring out a greater result. Let me ask you a question. If you were to go to the gym, would you be able to lift 225 pounds on bench press your first day? Genuinely, think about it. The answer is going to be no. And the answer here is important. It actually shows that doing something so drastically will not bring you the results you're looking for. Your first time in the gym should be a slow and controlled workout, focusing on the foundation, in this case, the habit tracker, so that way you can begin to build upon that. I have made this mistake so many times in the past. I'd be super motivated to accomplish something, and I put all my motivation and energy into that thing. And eventually, the motivation wore off, and the workload just became too much. If I would have started slow and controlled, making small steps towards my goal, I would have eventually gotten the results I was looking for. The way we're going to use progressive overload is actually quite simple. Imagine that instead of going to the gym on the first day and trying to lift as heavy as possible, your goal was simply just to show up. It doesn't matter what you did, how long you did it, or how well you did it. The goal was already accomplished just by showing up, or putting your running shoes on, or doing that one push-up. And in order to make progress after doing it for the first time, and the way to progress off that first day is to make a small amount of workload applied onto it. So in this case, if you did 1 push-up today, do 2 tomorrow, then 3, then 5, then 10, 25, 50, 100, etc. And you slowly work your way up over time. And after making progressively small steps, you're going to be doing what you predicted just by making the commitment to do something each and every day. Take me, for example. My very first day in the gym, I made it my goal to just show up and do 1 exercise. And when I ended up doing that 1 exercise, I actually did 2, and then 3. And because of that, I built the momentum to finish that full workout just by starting. And it's amazing to think back on, because just by doing 1 exercise, I was able to complete a full workout on my first day at the gym because I was motivated and I built the momentum that was required to finish. I know this is an extreme example of progressive overload, but it is crucial that you do the thing first that you're putting off, just so you can get that start done and get the momentum built up. I love to start my days off with exercise. If I'm not working out, I'm doing push-ups till failure as soon as I wake up. And I use the momentum from that exercise into my other goals. In this case, recording a YouTube video. First thing I did this morning was do, I think, 40 push-ups, 35 push-ups till failure. And then I went and finished writing up the script, and now I'm recording a YouTube video. And I use the momentum from those push-ups to get to this point. Step 2 is crucial for making consistent and daily progress to feeling better. Because without it, you'd be stuck doing the exact same thing every day. And we both know that's not what's going to make you feel better. And it's not going to cure any sort of mental illness that you have. But by far, one of the most important steps is step number 3. It was designed to reward us for our effort. If I didn't implement step 3 into my daily routine, I would have been left with unrewarded work, which would cause me to burn out and eventually quit. It's important to note that this system doesn't work unless you use all 3 steps, which is why it's crucial that you don't skip this last step. Step number 3, reward yourself for your given effort. When I was a kid, I spent a lot of time playing baseball. Considering me and all my other teammates were 12, we weren't very good. But regardless, we played our hearts out to prove that we belonged on that field. Each year, the town I lived in had a championship where the top 2 teams would play. Me being the 12-year-old boy that I was at the time, I was so desperately working hard to get that win for my team. And to make a long story short, we lost. But instead of swelling up with pain and resentment for the loss that we had just took, I was happy with the effort that I put in to try and win. I put in as much effort as I could to win that championship game. But what made the game so special was that the fact that we still lost, our team still got trophies. Just simply for showing up and putting in the effort to try and win. Looking back at that moment made me realize something very special. That being rewarded for the effort that you put in actually motivates you to put more effort in, which is the exact same concept that I'm going to apply here. When you put in any amount of effort, no matter the size of the goal, if you get a check mark on your habit tracker, I want you to treat it like you just hit a PR in the gym, or you scored the winning touchdown for your team. I want you to genuinely reward yourself. I want you to smile, look in the mirror and say, fuck yes, hell yeah, I knocked a check mark on my tracker. And when you finish the entire day with all 5 check marks, I want you to feel excited. I want you to get happy. I want you to tell people, I don't care what it is you do to reward yourself, but I want you to reward yourself, because when you reward yourself for putting in the effort, it motivates you to put in more fucking effort. And eventually, when you start doing this habit tracker and you follow it to the T and you get it done every day, all these results are going to compound and change your fucking life. And with that extra motivation and momentum, it makes these habits easy and effortless to complete. Each step is just as important as the next. But a guide isn't finished until I give you the exact actionable steps you need to follow in order to achieve your goal, which is exactly how I'm going to finish this video, giving you a hands-on guide to help you destroy all those feelings of negativity, energyless, and sadness, whatever you're going through. Here are the exact actionable steps you can do to change your life for the better, starting with our habit tracker. I explained it at step 1, but I'll go over it again with you guys. Write 5 boxes going across, and then 14 in total down each row. This tracker is going out for 14 days in total, or 2 weeks. These 2 weeks are what's going to build the momentum to keep going further. Once you have written down your habit tracker and the goals that you're trying to achieve, I want you to do one of those habits right now. Pause the fucking video and do one of the habits. I don't care if it's meditate. Take one deep breath and meditate for just one breath. I don't care what it is. Do one push-up. I do not care. Pause the video and do one of those habits right now. After completing that one habit, I want you to smile and tell yourself how proud you are for completing that habit. And when you say it, I want you to genuinely mean it. Otherwise, these steps that you're going to be using won't matter. Because unless you genuinely reward yourself for the effort that you're putting in, it's not going to do anything for you. After doing all 5 of your habits for your first day, the goal is to do just 1% better the next day. An extra push-up, an extra minute of meditation, an extra sentence, an extra paragraph, an extra page of a book. It does not matter. And after you've completed your 2 weeks like I have set you out to do, you're going to notice immense changes in the way you feel and think. Now I have a challenge I'd like you to accomplish after doing your 2 weeks. Come back to this video in 2 weeks and comment on how much better you feel. It would mean the world to me to know that my process is working for other young men out there who are looking to improve their lives. Tell me your truth, what changes you've noticed, and what your new goals are. I am genuinely excited to hear what you have to say. If you found any value from this video at all, like, subscribe, and send this to your friends so we can both win from the effort that we're putting in. Make the change and comment it in 2 weeks. Always remember, you have one goal. Be better than yesterday. Peace.